What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Holla at your boy. Back at you again. And I guess we ended up getting that game right last night. No surprise there. We already knew the Knicks. They just are not the team. They're pretenders. They're not a real team that you could depend on. Whenever you need the Knicks the most, they just like the Dallas Cowboys. They gonna let you down and make you suffer. That's what they do. That's what they've been doing to their fans for the last 5 decades. Why would you think it would be anything different now? Because it looked nice? We're going to need a lot more than looks to get through this series. And as far as how they played, all I can say is Michael Bridges, or Mikal, however you say his name, that brother missed so many layups. So many easy shots that brother missed. Anabai, Anobi, however you say his name, he had a good game. Towns left some points on the table, even though he had 24. Brunson, he also left some easy points on the floor. And that's the thing about the Knicks. They always leave me wanting more. There's always meat left on the bone when you watch this team play. There's always something missing. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get it together in time. Josh Hart, they brought him off the bench, and he still fouled out. The brothers gave you 12 points off the bench. They went double big. They tried to change it up, and that didn't really do anything different for them, guys. This is just a bad matchup in a 7-game series. The Knicks just do not match up with this team. The problem is the Pacers, they got too many 6'6" and 6'5" guards across the board. So they got wings across the board, and they're just able to match up and put a bigger guy on Brunson, and it's giving him hell. If Brunson didn't have such a big guy on him, he'd probably be dropping 45 points every game. But the fact that they got this defense swarming on him, he's only able to get 30. And I say only. But the point I'm trying to make is they are deterring him enough to change the way he normally plays. He's getting frustrated out there, and you can see it visibly. And it's just, it feels like everybody is trying to do a little bit more than they usually do, and it's just not working out. You know, they're playing hero ball, and they're coming up short, guys. And I don't know what the answer is for this team for this year. And the answer is they just don't have enough. They just don't. And we're going to see ourselves a good series. Pacers versus the Thunder, in my opinion. That's going to be a good series. It's going to be a back and forth. Halliburton versus SGA. Who's going to prevail? And as of right now, I'm leaning towards the Thunder. But we're going to wait. Well, let's not talk too much about it. But I'm leaning towards the Thunder to win it all. But the Pacers, I think they're going to give them a run for their money. But ultimately, it's going to be like what happened with them against the Celtics, in my opinion. But as far as last night, Siakam drops 30 again. That brother can play, guys. Siakam is a champion, and that brother is primed and trying to win another one. Halliburton gives you 32 points, 15 assists, 12 rebounds. Beautiful triple-double, guys. And then they do their usual 4 guys in double digits, 5 guys. They got a bench guy with 20. Mathurin had a game of his life. They got guys all over the place. They got Topin, they got Bradley, McConnell, Mathurin, Shepard. Literally guys everywhere on the bench. Shepard's probably their worst player, and he could be a 6th man on anybody's team. That's the problem. Or that's what I'm saying, rather. I just don't know how you're going to stop this as the Knicks. Because the Knicks, they got a good starting 5, I'll give you that, and even a 6th man. But the problem is, the Pacers, they can play 2 different lineups and be successful. How do you beat that? They literally can run 2 lineups on you. Most teams aren't doing that. You got to tip your hat to Rick Carlisle and this Pacers team. They might even beat the Thunder because of their depth. But we're going to talk about that. That's going to probably be the best finals we've seen in a long time, guys. It's been a long time since we're going to see a finals that's going to be this competitive. And we've been yearning for it. And it's going to be such good basketball. A lot of passing, a lot of plays, a lot of picks, a lot of ball movement. It's not going to be so much one-on-one, guys. And I cannot wait to see it. So, as far as tonight, we got the Timberwolves versus the Thunder. Against my better judgment, I'm going to just pick the Thunder to close it out. But most likely, they're probably going to let the Timberwolves win the night and then let the Thunder win in Game 6, knowing how they do things. And you see how that line is? Look at this. 8.5-point favorites. That is such a high line. Everybody's going to be smashing that. And I think Vegas is just going to tell them, nope. What's either going to happen is OKC's going to win by like 7 points and just miss covering, or they're just going to flat out lose. That's probably what's going to happen. But I'm picking the Thunder anyway because I think this series is over. Even if the Minnesota Timberwolves win, they're not winning the series. They don't have enough. They don't have enough dynamic players. Ant is clearly not ready yet. Ant-Man just has some more time to grow. He's just not the guy yet. I mean, he's only 23 years old, guys. We know. Like, we're asking for this brother to do a lot at the 23-year-old ripe age. So just give this brother time to grow. Maybe by the time he's 25, 26, he can get on a roll and start putting together some championships. But as of right now, I think he's just too outmatched and too outmanned by this bigger and more lengthier and more gritty OKC team. And like I said the other day, they should have kept Karl Anthony Towns for this team alone. You need two Twin Towers to beat a team like this. And that's why I think the San Antonio Spurs are going to get Giannis. So they can pair Giannis with Wemby and be able to beat this Thunder team going forward. Look for the San Antonio Spurs to be great next year. But as far as tonight, I'm picking the Thunder, guys. Other than that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.